What if the biggest myth that you've ever been told about stress is that it comes from outside of you? Because I would like to challenge that belief if that's yours. You see, things in life happen, and it's not what's going on outside that does it to us, it's our reaction to it. If you think of your stress reaction as an internal alarm system from your in your brain that goes off when something looks unfamiliar, uncertain, and that alarm system can either be regulated or not regulated. And to prove the myth is a myth, that is the reason why some people, when something happens, will stay calm, cool, and collected and glide right through it. And others will be totally thrown off. And it's not because it's intentional, it's because there are unconscious triggers that we all have and grew up with as we gathered different beliefs and programming about what we believe to be true in life. And those stories can often have us triggered if we don't understand what our triggers are. There are impacts from outside of you that can influence your stress and multiply it, such as spiritual influences. If you are working and having purpose and meaning and values aligned in your work, you're going to be highly resilient to stress and be able to withstand pressure much more than anyone who does not have that alignment. Another example might be your environment. Your environment digitally and in the physicality of where you are, how much order it is, whether you're in light or dark environments, whatever it is that works for you, whether things are quiet or whether things are noisy and active, whatever lights you up is important for your resilience. But if you're not aware of your environmental influences and using those to your benefit, you could be multiplying your stress. The relationships you have in your life allow you to show up and be you. So the 5 people that you hang out with the most are either draining you or causing you to make big gains for your resilience. Because if you're in a supportive, trust-driven, non-judgmental environment where there's a lot of synergy and where you can contribute and add to things with the group of people you're with, you're going to have high resilience in high amounts of pressure. Where if the relationships are straining you and draining you, they're going to pull you down. From a physical standpoint, how well you take care of your body and your health, water, nutrition, sleep, all will affect your stress or your resilience. If your body's in tip-top shape, you'll be able to withhold a lot of pressure, more pressure than you will if it's not. You have emotional influencers. Those are those unseen, unconscious triggers that most of us don't know until we go take an assessment or get a coach or somebody to reveal those blind spots to us so that we could start using regulation skills for our emotional intelligence. So those 6 influencers can certainly multiply stress or increase your resilience. But the true thing that I want to get across is that stress is not coming from what's outside of you. It's coming from inside. And it's not until you take the responsibility to say, hey, I can use this as my competitive advantage if I can understand what my stress triggers are, what feeds them, how I can regulate my stress, what the influencers, the optimal influences are for my resilience, and put together a plan so that you can adapt to change, because change is just not slowing down. If anything, it's going up. And deal with pressures from the outside with calmness and serenity so you can be highly productive. So if you're interested in learning more about having a stress reset and putting together your resilience plan, I help commercial leaders in life sciences and healthcare escape the performance trap that comes from high pressure, because when you're in high pressure situations, your identity typically goes right into performance mode instead of your divinity identity, which is natural to you to be in a connector mode. And then when that happens, you're on a stressed road headed for a blowout. So I help commercial leaders in healthcare and life sciences escape the performance trap, understand develop a resilience program so they can lead with sovereignty, stop burning out their teams, and start creating cultures that people don't want to leave. If that sounds like something you want to know more about, contact me in the link below.